Hey, welcome back to the Six Figure Mastermind. Marianne Hickman with you. Maybe you know in your business you need to be doing more Facebook Lives, but you're like, oh, how do I overcome the fear of actually putting myself out there? Well, there's some key hacks I want to share with you, so stay tuned. So I'm always asking my clients to take on this challenge of doing Facebook Lives. And I gotta tell you, if you're in business for yourself in any way, shape, or form, but especially as a coach, you need to be available on Facebook Live. You need to be a recognized face in the industry, and Facebook Live is one of the best ways to do that, and it's also the best way to find out exactly what you're scared of when it comes to public speaking, because I guarantee you, if you have any fears, they are going to show up in your Facebook Lives. So let's go step by step on how to eliminate the fear of doing Facebook Lives. The first thing you need to do is define exactly what the fear is. Is the fear just being seen in public? Is the fear that you don't think you have a beautiful face? Is the fear that you think you sound funny on audio? Is the fear that you don't know how to hold the camera right or do it technically correct? Establish what that fear is and then step outside of it. Imagine yourself going into a Facebook Live experience without that fear. In fact, you want to replace it with something that's completely opposite. So if you think, for example, that your fear is that I don't have the technical expertise, decide right now that you're a technical genius. I have to tell you something. I'm working with a client right now. Her name is Donna Stocking, and she is the head owner of Rev It Up Retirees. This amazing woman joined my program after she had gone that over the hill mark in her years, right? She's an amazing lady, and she works with retirees all the time. And she used to come up to me with her phone in hand saying, Marianne, I don't know how to open up my pictures. I don't even know how to open up Facebook. Do I have the Facebook app? All of this stuff. And I gave her the assignment to do Facebook Lives. And you should have seen this amazing woman's face. She was absolutely terrified, right, Donna? I'm assuming you're watching this. So this fear came up of, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the tech. I feel like someone else should do this for me. And I challenged her. I said, you know what? This mindset's probably not going to work for you. Let's change the mindset to say, I am a technology expert. I'm a tech genius. I'll never forget the day she first proclaimed that truth to be her own. And since then, I have to tell you, this woman does Facebook Lives all the time, and she even learned how to do GIFs before I learned how to do GIFs, and I consider myself pretty techie. So changing the belief system by switching out that fear for something that's actually going to work for you is going to be the baseline for everything when it comes to doing Facebook Lives. So bust through the fear, replace it with something else, and get excited about it. The second thing you need to do when wanting to do Facebook Lives is to mess up on purpose, okay? If you're running a business, you are going to be seen. And guess what? When you're seen, you're going to be seen making mistakes. And you have just got to learn to be okay with that. And learning to be okay with that is just as simple as a decision. Look, it's okay for me to mess up. Everybody does it. It's okay for me to drop the camera once in a while. And when I say mess up on purpose, that means don't stop the video to fix whatever you need to fix, or don't delete the video, or don't pause it, or do whatever. I'll never forget the moment I was doing a video with a friend of mine, and we were selling some jewelry with our girls over the summer at the farmer's market. And we wanted to do a Facebook Live of what it was like to actually craft this stuff, okay? And we did the Facebook Live, we turned it on, and I realized only at that moment when I looked at the image on my screen that my camera case was filthy. Okay, I've got 5 little kids at home. A lot of them like to use my phone in their downtime, and they don't always have the cleanest of hands, and they had left their mark on my camera lens. And when I turned on that camera, started filming, you could just see this fuzzy haze all over everything. And I didn't stop the video. I just actually took my finger, licked it, and cleaned off the lens right there. I was like, hang on, like, clean up mode, you guys, for a second. And I left it in the video. That's what I mean by mess up on purpose. If something's not perfect, just let it be imperfect. We don't live in a world anymore where the sales executives and professionals are these higher up guru untouchable types. The successful people that are rocking it in business are the accessible people that are rocking it in business. So make mistakes, make them on purpose, and be an accessible person on Facebook. The next thing you need to do when it comes to overcoming the fear of Facebook Live is just to get out there and do it. Practice. Okay, your videos don't need to be more than 2 minutes long. They can be 30 seconds, they can be 90 seconds, they can be 2 minutes. If they want to be a 10-minute video, sure, have it be a 10-minute video, which leads me to my next step. Know why you're doing Facebook Lives. You know, you could do Facebook Lives all day long about the most boring things on the planet, but why are you doing it? And whatever the why is, it's probably okay. It doesn't have to be one why or the other. It doesn't have to have this big goal on it. Maybe you just want to get more practice on Facebook and that's why you're doing it. That's enough. Maybe you want to increase your following by adding value. That's great. That's enough. Know why you are doing Facebook Lives. And here's my last step. And it's actually a bit of a challenge. This challenge is an assignment that I make to my students, but I'm going to kind of scale it back for you since you're not in my pressure cooker classroom. My challenge for you is this. Do a Facebook Live every day for 2 weeks. I don't care how long it is. I don't care what the content is, but especially if you're scared of Facebook Live, this is what I want you to do. A Facebook Live every day for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to do that. All right, there's a couple of pieces of equipment. If you're gonna really get into Facebook Live for your business, you wanna have good pieces of equipment that's gonna produce a quality production for you. Do you have to have these? No. Do you need them to produce quality videos? Well, I would highly recommend them. The first thing that you need is this little gadget right here. This is what's called a ring light. And the reason I love this little ring light is because it attaches to your phone. Now check this out. I can turn this light on by pressing a little button on the back. And what happens when I put it on my phone is I put it right over the camera, and that way I'm lit up, my face is illuminated, I can be seen, and it's got 3 different settings, and I can still see the camera. It won't block it at all. So get yourself one of these little ring lights. They're like $10-15 on Amazon, okay? So that's for visual quality. For audio quality, get yourself one of these microphones. It's a simple lapel mic. It'll plug right into the audio jack on your phone. Remember, if you're using one of the newer iPhones, you're gonna need to get an adapter for this audio jack since it's not the lightning cable. But get an adapter and use a lapel mic when you are on your Facebook Live. If you're looking to do a lot of these and produce a quality production, I would recommend getting these 2 pieces of equipment, light and sound. Okay, you've already got your video in place. In fact, the camera in your phone is way better than cameras that have been produced for the last several years. You have high quality equipment already there. Get yourself a lighting piece, get yourself a sound piece, and produce some quality audio. So check it out. Leave me a comment below if you're willing to take on that challenge, and I'll see you on Facebook. All right, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the content from today's video. Hit the links in the description. I can't get words in my mouth. Hit the link in the description below if you want to see what it looks like for you and me to work more closely together in building your 6-figure business. I'll talk to you soon.